Hey, Bulls Nation, it's your girl Queen Chill Mode. I hope you all are having a lovely Saturday afternoon. But I just wanted to take a little of your time and discuss the new addition to our Bulls Nation, our Bulls team, Jabari Parker. Yes, after many days of it being a rumor, it actually became official today as our Chicago Bulls signed Jabari Parker to a 2-year deal. So I'll take a look at a few of the strengths of his game and how those strengths will actually fit in with our Chicago Bulls, as well as the benefits, the pros and cons of this deal, and so much more. So first up, I'm going to discuss what he brings to the table. Now, Jabari Parker is a versatile scorer. He can score in a variety of ways, from his ability to shoot the pull-up jumper. He has nice touch around the rim. He moves well without the ball. Can shoot very well from the outside. Is great at creating his own shot and has the ability to cut to the basket for scoring opportunities at the rim. Now, with him joining us, he'll more than likely start at the small forward spot, despite the fact that he's probably best suited to play the forward position based on some of the things that he does or his style of play. With the Chicago Bulls, he will be playing the small forward spot as a starter due to the fact that we have Lauri Markkanen playing the forward spot, and he'll probably be playing that position for us for quite a few years. So let's examine how this could actually work. Now, Lauri, even though he'll have that forward position locked down, he is a four-man that has the ability to space the floor, which leaves plenty of room for a player like Jabari Parker to create off the dribble and cut to the basket for easy scoring opportunities at the rim. Also, when he's in the game with other big men such as Wendell Carter Jr. or Bobby Portis, those guys are also capable of spacing the floor, so that still leaves him enough room to where he's able to do his thing, such as getting to the basket, creating his shots, and in some instances may even be posting up, because he does have that ability in his scoring repertoire. Now, speaking of scoring, I feel like that's going to be the greatest attribute that Jabari Parker brings to the Chicago Bulls, at least at this point. For the most part, when he's at his best and when he's healthy, he is a scorer. You know, if he's able to regain the form that he had throughout 2016-17 season, he'll be able to provide instant offense for our Chicago Bulls. We're a team that struggled mightily with scoring and having consistent scores on a night-in and night-out basis, and hopefully with the addition of Jabari Parker, we'll be able to get that aspect on the offensive end shored up a little bit better. Now let's take a look at some of his stats from the 2016-2017 season. I mean, this kid averaged about 20 points, pulled in 6 rebounds, dished out about 2 assists, and shot pretty decent from the field overall at 49%, and then was pretty solid from three-point range at 36%. Now, after returning from his second ACL tear, Jabari Parker was able to play in 31 games for the Milwaukee Bucks, along with 7 playoff games for them. Now, in the 31 games that he played in the regular season, he averaged about 12 points and 4 rebounds, and was still able to maintain his shooting efficiency at 48% from the field overall and 38% from three-point range. So even though he was returning from an ACL tear, he still managed to be very efficient from the field, and that's definitely a plus from us, because that also gives us another guy that we can drive and kick to when we have our guards like Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and after seeing Chandler Hutchison play in the summer league ball and his ability to play pretty good in the pick and roll situations, that's another player that he can dish the ball out to when he penetrates into the paint and kicks out for the outside opportunity. So that's a plus for us. I mean, if he's able to continue to maintain that type of shooting ability with us, that definitely would be an added bonus for us. I certainly would hope he's still able to do that. Now, another positive to this deal is that the deal itself, for me, was a positive. It was a positive in that it's a 2-year deal. In that second year, the Bulls have a team option, meaning that, if things, God forbid, if things don't go well in terms of his health, or if he's not able to regain his form, and it's clear to the Bulls organization that he's not, then they have the option of declining that second year, meaning that would make him an unrestricted free agent in the 2019 free agent class. So that to me was a positive in itself, in that it gives the Chicago Bulls an out in the event things don't go as planned or go as according to plan, if you will. So that, I like the fact that the front office actually protected itself in that regard, because if it turns out that everything goes great and fine, then cool, I'll be happy with that, and that just gives us an added piece for the future. But if it doesn't, then it certainly puts us in a position to hit the reset button at the small forward position and move in a different direction. Now, areas of concern that many of us have here in Bulls Nation about the addition of Jabari Parker are the obvious ones: the injuries. 23 years old, already had 2 ACL tears. I would be concerned too even if I wasn't a Bulls fan, and just an NBA fan. That would cause me to be concerned as well, because it's hard enough to come back from one ACL tear. We've seen it as Bulls fans with Derrick Rose. We saw a little bit of it with Zach LaVine, in which he had spurts and moments where he looked pretty good, and then there were moments where it was plain to see that he wasn't quite there yet in terms of his form being regained from what it was the year prior. So that definitely it's cause for concern, and it certainly opens up a lot of questions, such as, will he regain his form? Will there be other injuries? Or will the struggles that he had and the inconsistencies that he had in the playoffs with the Bucks, or were those just a sign of things to come for his future as a player after having his second ACL tear, or was that just something else going on there in that situation? So that definitely is a concern for me. But now, moving past the injury, so if he's able to maintain his health and regain his form, areas of his game that are cause for concern, of course, will be the defensive end. Now, I know for many of you who've actually had a chance to see previous videos that I've done, I speak a lot about defense. And one of those reasons is because, as a Bulls fan, I hope that at some point after this rebuild is said and done, we will be champions in the NBA again. And for any of us who are old enough to remember the run that we had as Bulls fans in the 90s, to see the defense that was played and knowing that had a huge part in the success that our team had, I, for one, know that that's a very important aspect of the game, despite the fact that the NBA is so offensive heavy now and everybody's talking about the offense and this, the offense and that. At the end of the day, in order to win a championship, you're going to have to stop somebody. And so anytime we add a player on our team that does not play defense, I'm going to talk about it. And if you don't want me to talk about you not playing defense, then just play defense and I'll shut up. But yeah, that's the area of his game that needs to improve. So if he's able to maintain his health, hopefully he's doing all he can in the gym to work on that side of the ball. Word on the summer workout street is that he's slimmed down, and so that'll definitely help, because he'll certainly be guarding a lot quicker players. But that's something he's going to have to work on and get better on. Now, in summary, I do feel like it was a pretty good deal. I'm rooting for Jabari Parker to regain his health. I'm rooting for him to be healthy. I'm a positive person. I don't wish ill on anybody, but I enjoyed watching him at Duke, and I've enjoyed watching him so far in his NBA career, and I'm so happy that he's a member of our Chicago Bulls. But like I said, the injuries are a concern, the defense are a concern. But all in all, if he's able to remain healthy and play to his potential, this deal could turn out to be a bargain for the Chicago Bulls. Now, so for those of us who are Bulls fans who kind of have those concerns, just look at it from that perspective, in terms of a positive perspective, that yeah, we did add a player who's coming off of 2 major injuries, but if he turns out to regain his health and reach his full potential as an NBA player, and he does that while he's with us, that could definitely be a benefit to the Chicago Bulls, to not only where the team would more than likely pick up the option, but he could also be an added piece for years to come. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you all for checking out the channel, and God bless you.